Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. 600 pounds, Life Samantha Mason 2022 update. Lost more than weight. When fans of TLC's My 600 Pounds Life first met Samantha Mason, her story was one of the most heartbreaking and complex journeys ever documented on the series. Weighing in at more than 800 pounds, Samantha's struggles extended far beyond the scale. Her story was marked by years of trauma, emotional scars, isolation, and the crushing weight of a life that felt out of her control. By the time she appeared on the show, Samantha had become largely housebound, dependent on her daughter for care, and forced to confront the painful reality that her size was threatening not just her independence but also her very survival. Like so many participants on the show, Samantha's journey was about much more than food. It was about healing old wounds, reclaiming dignity, and finding purpose beyond the chaos of her circumstances. Her update in 2022 revealed that the woman fans saw on screen had begun transforming not only her body but her entire outlook on life, showing audiences that sometimes the greatest changes happen off camera. Samantha's story stood out even in a series known for documenting extreme cases. She entered My 600 Pounds Life at one of the highest starting weights in the show's history, with dr.now making it clear from the beginning that her road ahead would be grueling. But what made Samantha's case so compelling was the honesty with which she confronted her demons. She openly admitted to struggling with binge eating, depression, and a sense of hopelessness that had taken root after years of trauma. Unlike some patients who deflect or resist dr.now's tough love, Samantha was brutally honest about the fact that her eating habits were tied to deep emotional wounds. This vulnerability made her relatable to fans, who saw in her a woman who desperately wanted to change but often felt paralyzed by the weight of her past. By the time the cameras stopped rolling, Samantha had made progress but was still a work in progress. Viewers were left with a cliffhanger of sorts, wondering whether she would continue to lose weight, whether she would qualify for bariatric surgery, and whether her mental health would stabilize enough to allow her to fully embrace the life she wanted. For many fans, the lingering question was not just whether Samantha would lose more pounds, but whether she would lose the crushing sense of despair that had haunted her for years. The update that emerged in 2022 answered that question in ways that surprised and inspired her supporters. By 2022, Samantha Mason had begun to show the world that her transformation went far beyond physical changes. While she did continue to lose weight, the bigger story was the way she started reclaiming her sense of identity and purpose. On social media, Samantha revealed glimpses of her life that highlighted not just a shrinking frame but a growing spirit. She shared candid updates about her struggles and triumphs, allowing fans to see that healing was not linear. There were setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when old habits tried to creep back in. But there were also powerful victories, moments when Samantha embraced joy, celebrated milestones, and showed gratitude for the second chance she had been given. What struck fans the most in 2022 was how much Samantha had grown emotionally. She spoke openly about her journey through therapy, her efforts to rebuild self-worth, and her determination to live life on her terms. This emotional growth was, in many ways, more powerful than the numbers on the scale. For years, Samantha had felt defined by her weight, trapped in a body that limited her movement and her choices. Now she was redefining herself as more than a number, showing fans that weight loss alone does not solve every problem but can be the gateway to deeper healing. Another part of Samantha's transformation in 2022 was her willingness to engage with fans and use her platform to encourage others. Instead of hiding from public scrutiny, she leaned into it, choosing to share her truth in the hopes of inspiring someone else who might be struggling. This transparency endeared her to viewers, who admired her courage and resilience. In a world where social media often highlights only perfection, Samantha's willingness to show the messy, imperfect reality of recovery resonated deeply. Fans commented on how refreshing it was to see someone acknowledge setbacks while still celebrating progress. One of the most emotional aspects of Samantha's 2022 update was her relationship with her daughter. During her episode, Samantha's daughter often expressed frustration and sadness about her mother's condition, worried that she would lose her far too soon. By 2022, their bond had strengthened as Samantha became more mobile and more engaged in daily life. Being able to participate in her daughter's world, rather than watching from the sidelines, became one of Samantha's greatest motivators. She often credited her child with giving her the strength to keep pushing forward, reminding fans that at the heart of her story was a mother's love and determination to be present for her family. Of course, fans wanted numbers, and Samantha did share that she had continued to lose weight since filming. While she did not always give exact figures, it was clear that she had shed hundreds of pounds and was moving closer to her goals. But Samantha also emphasized that the journey was not about reaching a perfect number. For her, it was about reclaiming life, walking without pain, fitting into spaces that once excluded her, and experiencing simple joys like shopping for clothes in regular stores or attending events without fear of judgment. These victories, she reminded fans, were just as important as the numbers on the scale. Samantha's story also shed light on the importance of addressing mental health in weight loss journeys. Too often, conversations about obesity focus solely on diet and exercise, ignoring the trauma, depression, and anxiety that often fuel compulsive eating. Samantha's candidness about her therapy sessions and her willingness to confront her past helped normalize these discussions. Fans praised her for breaking the stigma, for showing that true transformation requires healing the mind as much as the body. In this sense, Samantha became more than a reality TV participant. She became an advocate for holistic healing. By 2022, Samantha Mason had truly lost more than weight. She had shed layers of shame, fear, and self-doubt that had haunted her for years. She had gained confidence, self-awareness, and a renewed sense of purpose. She had also gained the admiration of fans who saw in her a symbol of resilience. Her journey reminded people that change is possible, even when it feels impossible. It also reminded them that setbacks do not erase progress, and that healing is often messy but always worth pursuing. The broader significance of Samantha's update lies in how it reflects the evolving conversation around My 600 Pounds Life. The show has always been about more than numbers. It is about human beings facing extraordinary challenges and fighting to reclaim their lives. Samantha's journey encapsulates that theme perfectly. Her story showed viewers that while weight loss may be the starting point, the real transformation is about regaining agency, building healthier relationships, and finding peace within oneself.